years is we've seen some really, really useful positive consultation, which has led to changes in our thinking and actually things being done differently from the way we propose to do it. And the reason is that we put these proposals forward as a starting point for a conversation with you, with the public, with our other stakeholders. That's not to say that we don't believe in them, we do believe in them, but we also believe in the power and value of consultation. And so I'm delighted that you think it's valuable to be here. Why do we consult on the service plan? Well, the first reason we consult, we don't have all the answers. Some of the most innovative ideas and thinking, and just those things that nudge us sideways to do it differently, have come from you, have come from your colleagues, have come from the public, and have come from our stakeholders in the past. So we invest time and a lot of energy in doing that. We want to consult with, clearly, you as the staff, because some of these things are very pertinent to you and well, to all of us, but also to our partners who we deliver a service with, the ambulance, local authorities, police. Think where we are now, where we were 5 or 6 years ago. We're in a very different place in terms of the resources, how we use our resources, how we think about the service we deliver. We're in good shape, but it will get very tough. This is not an attempt to see a degradation of the service. It's an attempt to say, how do we do this differently? How do we continue our drive, our journey for improvement, and at the same time recognise that we've got to manage the budget.
We've got the reserve, we've got the PRs, we're going to have the strategic reserve. We're not going to recruit, so at some point we've got people retiring that won't be replaced. At some point there must be a level that we've got to stop.
It's 40. It's 40. You can take more out, but if you start to take more out, firstly the one thing that happens is your staff bank costs go up, so people's overtime, but bank costs go up, and you start to reduce resilience.
Personnel, people on personnel reserve are detached back operationally to stations.
To cover.
Yeah, exactly.
It may feel like it's running dry. What's actually happening is the establishment, we're trying to balance the establishment out all the time because the establishment's coming down. And that's what's going to happen. We will. Because as actually we want it to run dry. We want to use absolutely every single person that's above a level more effectively.
What about the retained firefighters that are on the station that this area is going to be in, where you say you've got 4 cars in various homes, the other firefighters who aren't going to get a call much anymore are going to lose interest?
I think one of the things that you would want to combine this with is a different staffing model. You know, because if you're there, you're not going to give everybody a car.
No, exactly.
You're only going to give those that are providing cover.
And it does state on here that you're going to replace the FRB with the small fire unit, but that'll be off the run at 10 PM. So that means from 10 PM to 10 AM, you're only going to have 1 pump to deal with all the secondary fires in the Redbridge area.
And 40% of those in the Redbridge patch happen between 10 and 10 overnight, according to our logbook.
So that means that you haven't got the resource for the critical.
So what would you do? You would have the strategic.
Hours.
So you would do it 24 hours.
Yes. I think it was very well, especially with the chief actually being there.
I thought the chief made quite a good points, and it was obvious to me that we can't stand still. So from that point of view, it was good for me to see where SMT and the chief are coming from.
That was very good, very well attended. Lots of people had views.
The chief seemed to answer questions very well and engaged with people and gave them a chance to say what they wanted to say.
But they certainly listen, and I like to think that they at least take a little bit of note of what is being said by the wider section of employees.
I know there's a time constraint, but yeah, I think there should be more sort of like, if these are going to be the bigger changes, I think more time should be dealt with it.
The chief made it clear, SMT, he himself, they have got that problem to get a good, realistic solution for our problem, which is essentially finance, saving money. Then I have the same problem, yeah. And right now I don't have a solution. But this certainly made it clear to me that we all have to think about that.